Hi, all the signs of the Zodiac. I'm Pam, and welcome to your mid-month Psychic Tarot update for January 2018. This month, I'm using the Tara Mucha Tarot deck. I've pulled 2 cards for each sign of the Zodiac, and hopefully these messages will be helpful and useful to you as you move through the rest of January 2018. And remember, these are general readings, and to get messages specifically for you, you would need a private reading. Please be sure to watch your rising sign and your moon sign, because some months they're going to resonate more for you than your sun sign will. And I want to say happy birthday to the Capricorns out there. I hope you have a fantastic birthday and a fantastic solar return year. Now on to the first sign, which is Aries. The first card you have, Aries, is 6 of Cups. And 6 of Cups to me is a card that can symbolize 2 people that have known each other from a previous incarnation that have reincarnated in this lifetime together to solve and resolve karma. This could be that you stay together to the end of your days, or you could just get together and solve the karma. This and then break up. That can happen. This card also can symbolize children, fond childhood memories also. I feel like some Aries out there are really getting in tune with someone else's needs. So this could be somebody you're dating, could be a spouse to you, somebody you're already connected with. It's like you're doing a lot of things together, a lot of different activities in January. If you're single, I feel that there is going to be some kind of turnabout where somebody comes in for you and you will start seeing someone new and having a connection and seeing someone and doing things and going out with them. But for many of you, you're already intertwined with this person, already married to them, coupled or dating them, and you're getting really in tune with what their needs are, what they want, what they like, and you may be doing a lot of activities and going places with them in January. It's time to really haul out the truth. What you're really all about, what you want, what you need, and any things that maybe, even if you've been married for a long time, doesn't mean you didn't keep things from your partner. You may have not told them everything, or you may have, deep dark secrets or fears or hidden worries or dreams or aspirations that haven't been fulfilled for you. And it's time for you to bring those out and reveal them to your partner in January and even moving forward in this year. But take your time with it, because there may be something that you say or reveal that you may wish you hadn't. So don't, be too gushy about everything you're saying either. So be judicious in how you say what you say. Even also, if you're intertwined and you have some opinions about your partner or what they're thinking, doing, or saying, be cautious about saying too much to them in January. So the second card you have here is the 4 of Wands, or the 4 of Rods. You can call it either one. And this is marriage. It could be about a marriage you're already in. It could be getting married, getting engaged and getting married. It could be also parties, gatherings, and celebrations you could be attending. It can also be success coming to you in springtime. I feel like many of you Aries are going to feel like you can finally step out and enjoy your life a little bit more and, smell the roses, as it were. You feel like you have some sense of freedom that kicks up here. You may be receiving money. Maybe you got a raise or a bonus, or something's happened. Maybe it's the love relationship you're in. Something is making you feel more free. And like, woohoo, I want to party it up and have a good time and really enjoy my life. So I actually feel like many Aries are going to start to feel like their life is lighter, brighter, a little bit more fun. If you don't see this happening in January, keep in mind you're not all born on the same month, day, year, country of origin, city of birth, birth time, so your timing could be different because of those factors. You may have some like special night out on the town and celebrate something. You could also be inviting a special someone over to dinner, or maybe you're having a special dinner party, because it comes up in quite a variety of different ways here. It is a general reading after all, so you're getting it like there is some kind of celebration or party going on. Some of you are celebrating about something, and your significant other is intertwined in this. Or maybe you met someone and you're like, oh, I want to have this like intimate dinner, you know, make this great dinner and a romantic dinner. It could be that. But you have some interesting things going on here, and it does involve your involvement with someone else. You and your partner are going to be stepping outside of your comfort zone and trying new things. Also, you yourself personally, and for many of you, you and your partner are as well. Please note that this may strongly apply to Aries risings as well as Aries sun sign. You may be making plans to travel, and this may bring you to this partner that you haven't met yet, if you're single and you haven't met this person yet, or the travel plans could be being made between you and your partner. That also comes up here. So I hope those messages were of help to you, Aries. Now on to the sign of Taurus. And the first card you have, Taurus, is the Hierophant. And this could be God showing up and giving you a blessing. Could be giving you a warning. Could also be coming in talking about higher education and higher learning. You could be the student. You could also be the teacher. Some people say this is a high priest figure also. I feel like many of you Tauruses have done the work, and now you're going to reap the rewards of that work. And I feel like you're going to be really wise in having the solutions to problems that are coming at you. This could be at work. It could be within your family. I just feel like you're going to have a lot of answers. People may be seeking you out, or you could just be like, oh, I know how to solve that. Oh, well, I know how to solve that problem. Like, I feel like you're going to have solutions in January, maybe even going into February. You're also going to call in anybody that's borrowed money from you. You may call in those debts. You may say, you got to pay me back now. Now it's time to start paying me back. Or if you lent your kids money or siblings money or a friend money, and then maybe you want them to just start paying you payments to pay you back. Maybe you don't want the whole thing, but I do see some of you saying, okay, it's now time to call in, pay those debts. It could also be maybe if you've done favors for other people, now it's time for them to do some favors for you. It can also indicate that. Takes time to heal all wounds, and I feel like you may have some people that come back from the past that are going to try to talk to you. Maybe they want your forgiveness. Maybe they want to get back together with you in a love relationship. I don't know the reasons why they're coming back because it's a general reading, but I do feel for many of you, they're coming back in a contrite way and looking for forgiveness. There may be motives behind it on some of them, but maybe it's just strictly that they have guilt and they want to ease their guilt. It could be that. So the next card you have here, Taurus, is the Queen of Swords. And I swear when I read Taurus's swords come up for you guys a lot. Air sign people. So usually it's a knight or a king, but here you've got the Queen. So the Queen of Swords comes up for you in mid-January. This would be an air sign female. It would be Aquarius, Gemini, or Libra. That could be their sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. It could also be a male. Don't be thrown that it is a queen here. You're going to have a lot of interactions with this person in January. You may not feel like you're on the same page with them, and you may either feel challenged by them or you may be challenging them in what they're saying. You may feel like, I just get like somehow they're challenging to you. That's the feeling. Keep in mind, this could be the rising sign or their moon sign. So if you think, oh, I don't know any swords person right off the bat, well, you don't know everybody's rising sign or moon sign, so think about this. This could also be you if you have a rising sign or moon sign that is air. This Queen of Swords person may be saying to you, things have to be done my way or the highway. So again, I'm going to say, I feel you're going to find them challenging you. They may feel like you need to see the bigger picture, and that maybe they feel like you're focusing too much on the smaller picture, and or like in the immediate, like right now, and they want you to have some kind of broader perspective or broader view. I feel like you're going to wish that you didn't have to deal with them. That some of you, it's drastic. Some of you, you wish that this Queen of Swords person was out of your life forever. Some of you, it's not that drastic and you just feel like, oh, I don't want to have to keep dealing with you. Some of you, this could be a boss. It could be an older sibling. It could be a spouse. It could be a parent. But boss type figure comes up. So, but you know, parents can seem like bosses sometimes too. So I don't know, but just keep that in mind. This person has like authority written all over them. Maybe that's just their persona. They may be very authoritative in the way they present themselves. They may be like taking you to task for something, wanting you to prove something or show them something. Could be document proof they need, proof of work you did or didn't do, or like if they're a significant other to you, maybe they don't trust you and they want proof of where did you go and what are you doing. Like I get them like kind of calling you to the mat or calling you to task and looking for proof or confirmation from you for something. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Gemini. And the first card you have, Gemini, is the Eight of Swords. And this could be trapped in an emotional prison. It could be trapped in a situation and you can't see how to get out of it. You can't see the solution or the way out. Or you may not have all the information that you need. But it's a trapped and imprisoned feeling card. I feel that some of you Geminis are like, I have to make a decision about which direction I'm going, and you don't know. This could be career, it could be love, I don't know, but see you like, you're in the dark. You don't know which direction to go in about something in January. Some of you may be torn about wanting to stay where you are or to move. This could be your job or your residence or both. You do generally take everything in stride, but I feel like you're starting to get worn down or feel beaten down by something. Maybe it's overwork or too many demands being placed on you, too many responsibilities. I don't know, but I feel, because it is a general reading after all, Gemini, so I don't know. It just feels like you're in the dark. You don't know which direction to turn. You don't know which to choose, whether to stay or go, and you feel overwrought and overburdened by too many things or too many pressures. And the pressures could be coming from a variety of different sources for all of you. Some of you may be waiting to hear something from someone that would then give you a raise or put you in a stronger position of power. Because I do feel, even though this isn't the Hanged Man, I do feel you are in a little bit of a limbo state here, hanging and waiting. And here it comes up like you're waiting to hear from someone about something that will then make you feel like you have more facts or proof or things are more concrete, and then you can act more strongly in one direction or another. To me, it feels like you feel very limbo-ish here, which again, I'm going to repeat myself. I really get the Hanged Man feeling, but it's coming up as a trapped card, though. I feel you may feel a little bit miffed that you go out of your way to do things that are kind or helpful for other people, and you may feel like that's not reciprocated to you. Like, you do all these things, and where's the help when you need it? Some of you may be feeling that way. The next card you have is the High Priestess, and this is your psychic ability, you being the high priestess, the psychic. This could also be your highest spirit guide showing up to give you a message. It could also indicate there are things that are kept hidden or secret. I see you reviewing documents, and I see some of you Geminis putting things into motion that haven't been in motion before or that need to be circulated. If you do anything with wills, estate planning, or your own, like for work, or your own, or your parents, or somebody close to you, because it comes up to me like you're reviewing documents and important papers, and they're getting out into circulation. They're getting out in motion. That's how it's coming up. I do feel you need more financial support, and I do feel that there's going to be some kind of change in regard to work, money, or business that will be coming in for you. And you may, if you're already working, you may start to do some side jobs or get a part-time job on the side, or you may start your own business on the side and keep working at another job, because I see you feeling like you need more financial support or you need more financial increase to be coming in. And so some of you may pursue, like I said, a sideline job or a sideline business or a part-time job. You've got to be careful that you don't let family come in and disrupt what you're doing. I feel there's a propensity here for interference to come from somebody in your family or multiple people in your family that may create stumbling blocks or thwart your progress or anything like that. So don't let your family interfere with what you have cooking or what you want to do. If you have any health concerns that come up or arise in January, I feel like you're going to put them to rest. Like if you have any test results, I feel like they're going to come back okay. Or if you have any test results, you will get the right medication or thing to take that will help heal or cure whatever you have. So some of you may be going through some kind of medical issues or getting tests taken or test results of some sort, but I feel like things are going to turn out in your favor and you will be taking the right courses of action, or everything will just be fine. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Cancer. And the first card you have is the High Priestess. Now, Gemini just had this, but I'm going to tell you, I shuffle these cards many, 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 many times. I put them through incense, let the smoke purify them. I did not do a quick shuffle. So High Priestess shows up for you right after Gemini. And this is your psychic ability, your intuition, showing you're the psychic. It can also be things are kept secret or hidden from you, or your highest spirit guide could be showing up to give you a message. I do feel that some of you Cancers are going to be receiving notification or important documents that are going to show up in the mail. This could be about your property or your house. It could be maybe you bought a house and it's the title is getting mailed to you, or it's a lease possibly, or other documents of some sort. I get many of you receiving important documents in the mail. I feel that many of you Cancers are going to be enlisting the help of others to achieve your aims. This could be people you hire to help you start a business, help you start a website, help you promote it with marketing and things like that. It could also be if you need work around your house, maybe you need new sheetrock or you need new floors put in. You could be enlisting the help of others in that way. It could also be through friends and family. Maybe you need some help with some things that are going on in your life, and you may be asking your sister or your brother or some close friends or family members, your parents, to help you with something going on. But enlisting the help of others also comes up here through the High Priestess card for you Cancer. I feel that some of you are going to start really strongly planning your future. And maybe because it's the new year, I don't know, but I see all this manifesting going on. Some of you Cancers are going to really, pull out the stops with the law of attraction or manifesting. It doesn't have to be by the law of attraction series that everybody knows about. Maybe you're going to use a different master's, protocols to manifest. I don't know, but I see many of you like visualizing your future, visualizing what you want, and really pulling out all the stops to manifest what you want. So I feel like you're putting into practice. You may be writing vision boards, keeping journals on like I ams, like, I am successful, I am, a business owner, whatever the I ams you want to do. Next card you have here is the Four of Pentacles. And the Four of Pentacles is the Miser card, holding on protectively to your finances or anything of value. It can also mean financial success coming to you in the future. I feel like this Four of Pentacles card shows up to say you need time to sort out your finances. Some of you, your finances are out of whack. And you need to get a handle on it, get a grip on them, or, maybe plan a budget, or cut down on spending, or relieve debt. I mean, that comes up here. It is focusing on your finances in some way. I see you putting safekeeping guards on your money also. You may get identity theft protection. You may start putting money in accounts that are not taxable, like IRA accounts. You may actually be taking money and putting them in a safe or a safety deposit box as well, because I see you doing things to protect your money. So the money you're protecting, Cancer, is either going to be from the government, through taxes, through theft, or, maybe I get this weird feeling. This is a feeling. Like some of you have some worries about inheritances. And so if you have money that you've inherited, you could be safeguarding it or trying to protect it from, other people that may have inherited money and you want to protect it, nail it down, or your own money for your, heirs, whoever would inherit anything from you if you were to pass away. You could be putting things into some kind of protective protocols to do with that as well. But for some of you, it's like getting yourselves out of debt, putting yourselves on a budget, trying to stop. If there's any also any action against you in regard to money, like creditors coming after you, it could be you're trying to put a stop to that kind of activity. Maybe you're getting hounding phone calls from credit card companies, and maybe you need to involve a lawyer, like you're being harassed. You could be being harassed about money also. I really feel like some of you could be starting your own business. That's possible. But a lot of you, it really comes up as you are trying to protect your money in some way, or you're thinking about your money very, very strongly in January. But again, it's a general reading, so you might want to listen to that card again about what came up about your finances and the different ways some of you will be looking to secure your finances or protect them right now and in future, for the future also. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now onto the sign of Leo. And the first card you have, Leo, is the Ten of Wands. And the Ten of Wands is a card to me that symbolizes moving on to new and better horizons with 10 rods of burden on your shoulder, that you are, that are actually knowledge and experience you gained that are going to help you as you move on to these new and better horizons. I feel like Leos are really very strongly trying to achieve their goals in middle of January and going into February. You're like very driven. You feel very driven and like you're really trying to get ahead, get somewhere. You're going to have some people that are going to be asking you some questions and really dissecting things with you and picking your brain. They want your insight, your input, your information, your know-how. Some of you Leos may be starting to get tested or trained for a new position. Some of you may be doing this to get a government job, or you are leaving a government job, or you work in the government and you're getting tested and training for another job within the government. Some of you, it has nothing to do with the government, but it was mentioned here for some of you, so I do have to mention it. But generally speaking, some of you are getting taking classes or testing or learning something for a new job. I do feel January is going to be very easy for you to make money and increase your income. I see some of you Leos making money hand over fist. So if you don't see it in January, look for it in February or March, because I see this, like maybe it's some new program you're starting or a new job you're starting. If you own your own business, maybe it's a new product or a new service or new things you're adding to your arsenal of, you know, how you make money, because I see really good ideas being generated by you in January. I see you being very driven and focused about wanting to achieve your aims and goals. And I see many of you Leos having really strong financial success in January or going forward anytime between now and actually the 1st of April for many of you Leos. It could happen really in any time period there. Some of you Leos do get a promotion or an advancement in your job somehow. It does come up for some of you. It's time to haul out all you've got. Should give them all you got. You know, put your best foot forward and, you know, show your stuff. Start your stuff, Leo, in January. Here you have the Two of Swords. Now you have a blocked card. So I hope you're not getting blocked in any way, but this is a block, a stop, or a stalemate. You may not have all the information you need. Things could be kept secret or hidden from you, or maybe there's some things you don't want to face or see. Sometimes that can come up with the Two of Swords also. You're going to have to give your trust over to a higher power in January, because there is things that you're like, I don't know what's going to happen. You're like, even though I feel you're really, really determined, some of you are like, well, I have to give it up to God or give it up to the universe, because you're like unsure of the outcome. That's what I feel why some of you have this Two of Swords. Some of you may be retaining a lawyer for legal advice. And it may be because maybe you're expanding your business or your brand, or you want to get a trademark, you know, brand yourself. Or it could be you need to consult with a lawyer for other reasons. I don't feel like, some of you, yes, it could be divorce. Some of you, yes, it could be a lawsuit. But that's not really what it feels like to me. This feels like for some plan that you want to hatch or develop. Feels more like those reasons to me. You're kind of entering a weird times frame of confusing communications. Now, I know Mercury in retrograde is over. By the time you're reading this, we're even out of the shadow, right? And a lot of planets are moving forward. Again, I'm not an astrologer, so I don't want to step on the astrologer's toes out there, because I'm not. I do follow it. I do listen to it. I believe in it, and I'm interested in it. But I'm going to tell you right here, it's almost as if you're going to go through this weird spell of almost feeling like Mercury in retrograde communications. You know how that can make communication breakdown or people misunderstand what you're saying. In your case, I feel like it's some of that, but it's also like a flurry of communications, like this phone call, that phone call, this appointment, that appointment, this one needs this one wants that, this child is asking for this sibling is trying to ask you about that, these coworkers want you to do this and that. Like whatever's going on, or if you're in a job that involves communication or a business, expect a lot of people trying to communicate with you, especially from January 18th on. So it feels very Mercury in retrograde-ish to me, but It doesn't mean that the communications are scrambled or misunderstood. It's just a lot of them. You're going to be dealing with a lot of communications, which is odd. It is swords that are blocking something. But I do feel some of the communications will be confusing because it's going to be a lot from different sources and about different things. But I hope these messages were of help to you. Now on to the sign of Virgo. And the first card you have, Virgo, is Nine of Wands. And Nine of Wands, or rods, you can call them either one. This is being prepared and ready for battle. It's also getting your ducks in a row, getting everything in order before something you need to do. It's also a card that can sometimes indicate you being suspicious of someone or something, some situation, or someone. Sometimes can come up with the Nine of Wands. You have trepidation, you have fear, you have some kind of anxiety about something. Some of you Virgos want clarity and you want answers. Because there's a feeling of like, I want to stop doing one thing because now I'm going to do another also. So you could be changing your job or some kind of behavioral patterns. Maybe you were eating and exercising in a particular way and now you're going to switch over and change your diet or change your exercise program or any kind of habits like, I don't know, it's habit changing, routine changing. Could even be wanting to stop like a job and start a new job, or stop a relationship and start a new relationship. It could be those things, but the other things came up more strongly. Trying to recoup any losses and looking for financial gain also comes up here. So if you lost money in the stock market, or you lost money in the sale of a property, or you had to change jobs for some reason and you lost money because maybe the place where you went, they're paying you less than what you were making at the other job. It's all that kind, any one of those energies, like that kind of energy, trying to recoup from losses is coming up here also. You're going to need to take your time and to spell out everything very clearly to people. If you have employees or coworkers, or if you manage other people, you are going to need to spell things out very clearly, or maybe in your job. If you have a job that involves like people signing documents and, I don't know, you could be doing it with clients. Maybe you do psychic work or tarot readings or healing of some sort, and you have clients. Maybe you need to spell out what you pick up for them or what steps they need to take that could help them through healing very clearly. That comes up. That kind of energy comes up. I also see you doing some kind of retaliation. If anybody has been like backbiting, sniping, or carping at you at work, or any kind of petty little things, neighbors, coworkers, any petty siblings, any petty, you're going to like stand up to them in January or February. Here you have the Two of Cups next. And this is two people that are fate, destined, meant to be together, divinely ordained, soul connection with someone. Could be soulmates, could be strong soul connection. You could have come from the same soul family also. Some of you Virgos are really going to be making whoopee with somebody in January. It comes up like in a romantic sense. I see you having quite a lot of intensity and romantic times and romantic fun. Now, some of you are single, and this may not apply to you, but those of you that are dating someone, married or seriously coupled, or starting to really get involved with somebody, those activities are strong for you in January. Some of you are hearkening back to times from the past where love or intimacy was really strong in your life. And it's like you're remembering it and you want to recapture it and regain that. So that could be something you want, whether you're single or coupled. because it comes up like you want to sow your wild oats. Even if you're single, maybe you're going to start like, you know what? I want to start, dating or seeing someone. I've been alone too long. I mean, it could be that, but going back in your memory about, I remember when this, that, and the other happened, and you want to regain that now. You're trying to recapture something from the past, romantically speaking. For some of you, it's time to become one with someone. You may be getting engaged. Some of you it could, or you're making a decision, like to make a serious commitment with someone. Because I feel like it's not a time for you to stand alone. So if you're already coupled, then that's not going to make sense to you. That applies to those of you that are single. So I don't know, Virgo. I hope those messages made sense to you. Now onto the sign of Libra. And the first card you have that showed up here, Libra, is the Queen of Wands. And the Queen of Wands is a fire sign female. This would either be a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. That could be their sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could even be your sun sign, your rising sign or moon sign, also Libra. I feel like it's time to take a step back and reevaluate and reassess some kind of situation that you're in. It's like you're trying to reassess some kind of situation and you want to see if there's someone that could come in and give you assistance or help you sort it out. You may feel like a lot of things are happening in January that may feel like they're out of the realm of your control. There could be job changes happening or family situations changing, whatever it is for you. I feel like you're a bit bewildered or feeling like you're not really certain how things are going to roll. You might want to consult professionals, either doctors or lawyers or anybody that's like top notch in their field, or professionals that can help guide you, point you in the right direction, lead the way. That kind of energy circles around this Queen of Wands. There's a lot of determination in you where I feel that some of you Libras want to see something through to the end. So you may be trying to reach some particular goal, like, maybe you want to get that promotion or get hired for that new job or conquer some sickness or illness that you have had going on that's been a problem for you, and you want to conquer it or see whatever this is through to the end. I do feel your will and determination kicking up, which is funny because I believe I also got that for Leo, who is a fire sign, and it's coming up off of this fire sign card for you. This doesn't feel as much to me as a person for you. It feels more like you and situational, which I don't usually get that off of court cards. Some of you, this could be a person in your life, and if it is, you may have it out with them. You may have words with them or be at cross purposes with them in January. You may be upset at them and feel like, why did they do the things that they do? This could be your spouse, this could be a sibling, it could be a friend. It's going to be different for all of you. But the other messages came up more strongly about this Queen of Wands because they came up first. Now here you have Seven of Cups, which is scattered energy, scattered thinking, scattered emotions. Choose wisely from the illusions around you. Also may have some confusion and difficulty in making a decision about something. I do feel that you are going to finally get some kind of insight into some pickle or problem that's been going on. Like you get some kind of revelation, maybe you have a dream about it, or through weird channels you finally find out, hey, I got the answer to this problem. So I feel some of you are going to get some enlightening news. Some of you may feel a little victimized or a little beaten down by something that's been going on in your life. It could be, maybe at your job, you always feel like you don't catch a break. or maybe even in your life, you're not feeling like you've been catching a break. So I pick up the energy. Some of you Libras may feel a little victimized by situations or by your life in mid-January. Wow, things are going to be much more clear to you in February. So you'll have more clarity and more understanding about any of the situations. So some of you do get enlightened and find out solutions to problems and enlightening news and troubleshooting problems comes up in January. But for some of you, the real clarity is going to take place in February. I also see you making, like, your emotions are going to be all over the place, because in one moment I see you wanting one thing and then I see you wanting another. So you're going to have a lot of changeability happening in January. Like, first you think this, then you think that. First you want this, then you want that. And it could be because of the circumstances and things going on around you. I'm not just saying, oh, all of a sudden you're feeling like, woohoo, I don't know what I'm doing. It's because of the circumstances you're finding yourself in, whether it's work or family or whatever this case may be. You're going to be going through a lot of emotional changes in January, and feeling a little victimized about your life. But you do have some enlightenment that comes to you, or epiphanies or revelations that could come through spirit guides, dreams, random people giving you some, like, off the cuff, like overhearing some really good information, and you're like, wow, good thing I stumbled in on that conversation. Like, you're going to have some epiphanies. But if you don't see that happen, Libra, some of you the dust will clear and the skies will become much clearer to you, and having a greater understanding and a more clear path in February, more so than in the month of January. So I hope these messages were of help to you. Now onto the sign of Scorpio. And the first card you have, Scorpio, is the Fool. And this is starting out on a new path and a new journey with high hopes and high aspirations, but you have to remain grounded or you could fall off the cliff. So you have to be grounded and have your wits about you. I feel some of you Scorpios are going to leave an unhealthy relationship or an unhealthy situation. That feels to me like the new journey you're starting out on. Maybe you're leaving a significant other, or a job that you don't like anymore, or maybe your living situation you don't like. Maybe you don't like your neighbors, or the neighborhood's changed, or you feel uncomfortable where you are. For whatever the reason, I feel some of you will be leaving an unhealthy situation. And if it doesn't happen in January, it could really happen anytime within the first 4 to 5 months of this year, of January of the year of 2018. You're going to be getting along really, really well with somebody you're going to meet. And some of you are going to get proposed to. If you're single and you're not attached and you're not engaged already, or already coupled with somebody seriously, you may very well find yourself getting engaged. Or at the very least, meeting somebody new that you really, really click with and get along with well. You're going to be attracting a lot of attention. Your physicality is going to be enticing a lot of people. If you're going on dating sites, you're going to get a lot of people writing to you. If you're going out on the single scene, or going to classes, or going to school for anything, or starting a new job, you're going to be attracting a lot of attention. And I do feel it is from people romantically interested in you, like wanting to date you, or forget that. That's a big part of it, but just the way you're looking and you're presenting yourself in January, going into February, and even into March for some of you, you're going to be attracting a lot of attention. I do feel that some of you Scorpios are going to have an abundance of your finances and wealth building up. So if you're a Scorpio that's, not been feeling like your finances have been doing too great, I see that turning around, because I see your finances getting a big boost up, getting supercharged. You could be getting a raise, a promotion, possibly maybe a new job that pays you more money, receiving an inheritance, a bonus check, an insurance payout, could even be from like a lawsuit or a divorce settlement. Whatever it is, you've got some kind of whoosh coming into your income here. You've got the Queen of Rods or Wands next, and the sign before you, Libra, had this. I shuffle these cards many, many, many times and clear them through incense. So that you got it too right after. That also happened earlier in the layout too, with the High Priestess showed up twice for people close together. You're getting the Queen of Wands, and this is fire sign, female. This is either Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius, sun sign, rising sign, or moon sign. Could be a male. Don't be thrown that it's a female. Could also be you if your rising sign or moon sign is in a fire sign. This is somebody you're getting attached to, and you could be getting attached to them quite quickly. You may already be attached to them right now. They may be somebody you're already married to, engaged to, or dating, or in a serious love relationship with, or you're living with them. It could also be that scenario. They could be proposing to you. You could be proposing to them. They would like you to be with them. Maybe they want to hire you. If this isn't love and you're already coupled, then this could be somebody that wants to get into a business partnership with you, or they want to hire you and they want you to work for their business or company. But there's this fire person wants you there, wants you around, wants you to stay, or wants to hire you, or wants to be in a relationship with you. They are, and you're intertwined with them. Maybe for some of you, this is your boss, but it really, or an upcoming boss. It's possible, but it feels more like romance, romantic love to me. Or wanting to be intertwined with you in that sense. It's like a meeting of the minds, a working things out together between the two of you. They may have given a lot to you already, or you may have given a lot to them already, or both. But it's like becoming intertwined, a meeting of the minds, seeing things on the same page, being on the same level with each other in your thinking or in your goals. All comes up here with this Queen of Wands card. You may be getting into like working things out with them, or cleaning things out with them, or getting into the nitty-gritty details of things with them. So you're working on something with them. Maybe you live together, or you're married and you're going to clean your house out, clean everything out. Or maybe you have a relationship with them already and it needs to get cleaned out, like fixed up, like, get the bugs out of the relationship, like clean any unwanted debris out. It could be if you're in a business partnership or working with them, you're cleaning something out or cleaning up something to do with the way the business runs or the company is running. So I hope those messages were of help to you. Now into the sign of Sagittarius. And the first card you have, Sagittarius, is the Eight of Cups. And the Eight of Cups is a card to me that symbolizes turning away from what's not working for you, emotionally speaking, and heading off into a new journey. But you may, even though the journey may be unknown, you still have the stick of power and control in your hands. I feel that some of you Sagittarians may feel miffed by what some people have said to you, either in December or earlier in the month of January, or in January in general. And I feel like you want to know why they said what they said to you. Because I feel like you're having trouble also understanding somebody's perspective. This could be a love partner that you're intertwined with, a husband, a wife. It could be a coworker or somebody you work with. It could even be family. But I get you're miffed at why somebody said something to you you didn't like. You want to know why they said it, and you also don't agree with their perspective. Now, these could be two different people, or it could be one. Because I get things are about to shift and change, or they're happening already. So shifting and changing is happening already, or it's about to. And I feel like you're not going to like it, And so you're going to want to exit the situation. You're not going to be like, yay, change. Sometimes change is good, but I feel like something's shifting and changing and you don't like the way it's changing. Some of you that are already coupled may feel like, I'm tired of doing everything already by myself. I might as well be alone. I might as well not be coupled or married or with a significant other because I already do everything myself. I get some of you, I hear that thought, like that's a Sagittarius thought in January. May not apply to all of you because keep in mind, this is a general reading and you may want to watch your rising sign and your moon sign if you don't feel like these messages make sense for your sun sign. And I feel like there's some element of like you're kind of tired of having to do everything for everybody or tired of trying to please everybody. But I'm going to say right here, Sagittarius, even though I picked that up, I feel like you're still going to continue to do it. I don't feel you're suddenly going to go, oh, I'm not pleasing anybody anymore, or oh, I'm not going to try to do everything for anyone anymore. If you do, it's going to be short-lived because I feel you're going to go back to still doing that because I feel for many of you Sagittarians, it is a pattern. I'm not saying you don't look after yourself or take care of yourself. I feel you do. But I feel there's still a very strong element where you're always doing things for other people, or always worrying about other people, or always taking care of other people, and you get pissed, and then, but yet you go back to doing it again. So the next card you have here is the Magician, and the Magician is the card of the manifester. What you think about, you bring about. What is in the ethers and in the spiritual plane you can bring into physical reality. I do like that card. I like the way this Magician looks. It's not usually a female, it's usually a male. I feel like you're starting to understand theories better. Any theories of anything you need to know. If you're in sales, the theories behind sales. If you're in, the medical field, the theories behind certain things that you were taught. I don't know, but you're understanding theories of things better. However that it pertains to your life, it will be different for all of you, but it comes up in that manner. Your wit is very caustic and you can be very funny. And I feel you are going to be cracking a lot of jokes and saying a lot of funny things and maybe driving some people crazy in January, maybe even going into February. But it's like fun. You're being fun-spirited, not mean-spirited. You're like, I see your mood being like, ha ha ha, listen to this funny joke and isn't this funny? I'm seeing you smiling and laughing, even though I picked up what I picked up on your first card. I see you being quite the comedian in January as well, even though you look like you're annoyed by something. And I still pick it up that you're going to be having fun, driving people crazy with your wit and your humor and funny stories you're going to be telling. You may feel like you're getting very overburdened by other people's problems. But I'm going to tell you what, and maybe this is a fire sign theme for January, because I picked it up for Leos. Anytime a fire sign person card comes up with the Queen of Wands and the other ones, everybody that's fire seems extremely determined in January. You're getting that here too through the manifesting card of the Magician. But at the same time, I feel you are being overwhelmed and overburdened by other people's issues, worries, problems, seem to be weighing on you. Either they're dumping it on you, or it's just your nature to worry about them. It's not going to be the same for all of you Sagittarians. So think on those messages. I still see you having fun, whooping it up, telling a lot of jokes, laughing, driving people crazy with some of the funny things you're saying and doing. So it doesn't feel like you have this doom and gloom, but it's like, so you got the scales going on of balance, even though you didn't have any scales come up. That's how it feels to me. So I hope these messages were of help to you, Sagittarius. Now onto the sign of Capricorn. And the first card you have, Capricorn, is the Fool. And this is starting out on a new path and a new journey with high hopes and high aspirations, but you have to be grounded so that you don't fall off the cliff and make a misstep. You want to be grounded. I honestly feel like you're going to feel challenged by a lot of things and a lot of people in January. You may have already felt that way in December because I almost said December, so I feel it's a carryover from December to January. I see you becoming like hip to new trends and new designs, new protocols. And I also see you feeling like you don't want to waste time with certain people. Maybe there's people in your life that have become like they're sucking up too much of your time, or they're too negative, and that you don't want to waste your time with them anymore. You may be coming to some conclusions about people as like whether they're good for you or not. These could be friends, could be love, I don't know, but I just get that energy around you. I do feel some of you Capricorns are rising to a prominent position of power. You could be getting a promotion or a new job or some kind of advancement that makes, or it could be within your family. Maybe it's nothing to do with work at all, but maybe you're becoming the matriarch or patriarch of the family. You're rising to some kind of position of power of some sort in January. You might start putting something together like a column for a paper or a blog, or putting down something in writing. Maybe you're going to start a newsletter or something that you put out for your own business, or maybe the company you work for is going to ask you to do it. Or maybe you're in school and you're going to start writing for a school paper or be part of some kind of column or blog. But I see you, maybe that's why you're picking up on the current trends, because I thought that was a little up-to-date trends. I thought that was a bit of an odd message, but it could have to do with something you're going to write or some publication or something you're putting out there. You're going to meet somebody that wants to get to know you better. Also, this could be love, or it could be a friendship, or somebody you could do some business with or work with. But you're going to meet somebody in January or February that wants to get to know you better. You have the Five of Pentacles next, which is sometimes this is two people. This particular artist drew it as one. Sometimes it's two people that are financially bankrupt. It could be one person. It could be emotionally bankrupt, financial bankruptcy. It could be feeling depressed. It could be not paying close enough attention to your finances. Maybe you need to focus on them and you're not. I feel, Capricorns, you may have had to give up a lot of things or let some things go. This could be emotionally. Maybe you're pent up about things emotionally and you've had to let some things go. Could be physically, maybe you do have to file for bankruptcy, or maybe there were things that you had to let go of that you didn't want to sell, but you had to generate money. Maybe you needed money, so you had to let go of something. But it could be emotions, it could be money. You may have already done it, or you could be doing it now in January. Be careful what you put in writing, especially if you get really involved in social media about what comments you make in writing in response to what somebody else has posted, or comments about what somebody else has done or written, because I feel it could cause you some problems. It could be people could misunderstand what your meaning is. They may think you mean one thing and really you didn't mean it the way they're taking it. That's the danger with text. It could be in a text message or some comment you write that's a joke under somebody's post somewhere, and they don't take it like that. They take it like it's an insult. So be careful of the written words you post in January. Some of you may feel like you're losing money, or you're draining a bank account, or maybe you had to buy a new car, or there's some big expense you had for some reason, or maybe you've been out of work for a while and you had money in savings or IRAs and you've had to drain these accounts. It's possible for some of you, not all of you, but some of you that does come up for January. But some of you, your finances are rock solid and fine. So if that comes up for you and this doesn't make sense, always watch your rising sign. Always watch your rising sign and your moon sign. So now on to the sign of Aquarius. And the first card you have, Aquarius, is Temperance. And this could be your guardian angel showing up here, watching you, protecting you. It could say patience. You need patience in some manner. It could also be God working through you in what you're doing, thinking, creating, and saying. You've become in tune with other people's needs. I feel that many of you Aquarians are becoming really spiritual, or your spirituality is increasing in January and going into February. I see many of you Aquarians trying things on for size in a different way. Like maybe you're trying on new wardrobe, like a whole new kind of clothing that you wouldn't have worn before. Or if you own your own business, you could be trying different methods on for size, or different products, or different services, trying them on for size to see how is it going to go. You are looking for more recognition. You are looking for more prioritizing, like higher standards. Maybe you're pushing yourself in a direction where you're like, I insist on the best, or I have to achieve this highest level of blah, blah, blah. You could be, or you're expecting it from other people. So you're either expecting higher standards and higher levels of performance and from yourself and or others in January and going into February, and even maybe spilling into March as well. I feel, Aquarians, some of you are really tired of getting taken for granted, or taken advantage of, or overlooked, or all three of those things. Some of you are going to be really focused on, I have to become more in tune with my diet and my exercise program, and connected maybe even to spirituality. Maybe you're going to start meditating more, or you need to incorporate, or maybe you're seeing a connection between spirituality and physicality, of exercise, diet, spirituality. I feel you're starting to, I'm going to use the words become more zen, but I don't know if that's true for all Aquarians, but I feel like maybe zen isn't the right word, but I'm going to put it this way, all-encompassing of the spiritual, mental, physical, and emotional bodies, and what needs and how they need to be fortified, strengthened, integrated into your everyday life. You have the 10 of Rods next. This is, or Wands, you can call it either one. This is moving on to new and better horizons, but you have 10 rods of burden on your shoulder, which help you on to new and better horizons because it's knowledge and experience that you've gained along the way to help you. You're showing up in a different way. You're starting to emanate a different spark. Maybe you're showing up for work in a different way. Maybe you're usually like, I'm really serious and I'm down to work. And now you're going to be like, woohoo, I'm not worrying about it as much as I did. We're going to have fun. I'm having fun today. Or, maybe you're like, if you are dating people or trying to meet somebody new and you're really like reserved and you don't let your hair down really easily, you're going to be like, whatever. I kind of get the feeling like or you could do the reverse. Maybe you're like, I'm real casual. Now you're going to become real serious. I don't know. Whatever it is, you're changing how you're showing up for things. Your spark is changing. I don't feel it's for the worse. I just see it like you're having like a big evolution at the moment of yourself, your physical self, your mental self, your personality, what you're projecting, all that seems to be different. Some of you are going to make a splash on some new scene. It could be the dating scene, the social scene, could be public in some way. You may find out that somebody's viewing you as an interesting candidate for a job or for something that they want to launch. Maybe they want to promote something. and they feel like you're the person to do it. You're the one to promote it for them, or you hold the secret or the key ingredient to like fluff up some pillow that's starting to get too flat. You may be asked to be interviewed about something. Maybe somebody's going to write a newspaper article or a magazine article or something on the internet, and they want to interview you for your take on something as well. Could be asking for your opinion or advice. So I don't know, you have to see how it plays out. Looks like some of you Aquarians are, it's like I see a keyhole and a keyhole, and your key was in this other lock. Now you're taking that key out and you're putting it in a different lock. And you're opening a different door. That's how I see it. But it's something about you is changing. And you may lose weight, or you're getting lighter, either spiritually lighter or physically lighter, or both comes up around you. And that may take some time. Not all that is going to occur just in January, Aquarius. So I hope that helped you. Now onto the sign of Pisces. And the first card you have here, Pisces, for January is the Hanged Man. And this is being in limbo. You're not moving forward. You're not moving backward. You're in a state of suspended animation. And you have to draw very strongly from your own psychic ability and your own intuition when the Hanged Man card shows up. I feel in some ways, Pisces, in January, you're feeling at cross purposes with inside of yourself. You want one thing, you want another thing. Do you want this? Do you want that? You're at odds with yourself. I feel that some of you feel imposed upon by others, put upon, imposed upon by others. And you may feel like too many things have created stumbling blocks for you. Like, why have things come about that seem to have thwarted your progress? Or you don't want that to continue. May not have happened recently, but maybe you're dealing with the aftermath of some stumbling blocks that have already occurred. And everything is in divine timing. And unfortunately, in January, you're in a position of where you have to wait. I don't feel like something you want to occur has been finalized yet or been determined all the way yet. So you're in a waiting game or in a waiting phase. If you're getting ready to launch some new product or services, it's going to take off for you. And you may be actually getting ready to steamroll some big project forward, which is weird because I do get all this, this is a card of waiting or being in limbo, but maybe you're just in limbo in January, and then once you cross over into February, it's all systems go, because I see you getting ready to steamroll something. You're going to start really pulling out all the stops and steamrolling some kind of project or something near and dear to your heart, something you're good at, something you're knowledgeable about, something you have an invested interest in, or that you have a lot of passion for and drive about. It could be a job, but it could also be or a creative project. It even could be a love relationship. That's the energy circling around your Hanged Man card. Now, the next card you have, Pisces, I'm laughing at you. Don't get mad at me. I'm just laughing at the cards. I'm not really laughing at you. My two sons are Pisces, and I have some friends that have Pisces rising and Pisces moon, so I'm not against Pisces. You have the Four of Swords, which is a resting phase, a meditative state, a pause, a recuperation from an illness. Well, here you're waiting, and here you're waiting again. So something is making you like rest in January. Some of you have not been feeling well, and some of you are recuperating from something in January. I see your will and your determination is so strong brewing inside of you, Pisces, that you want to be a force to be reckoned with. You really want to be in charge, run the show, be the boss, take the lead, be the one out front, and everybody going, Pisces, hooray! And I feel like that's coming, but I don't feel it's necessarily coming for you in January because you have all this divine timing, delay, waiting, energy here. And both cards are saying it. You're coming to some conclusions about some people that are no good for you to be either around, hang out with, be friends with, be coupled with, work with, partner up with, whatever. You are coming to some conclusions about some people in January. You hate to wait. Now, some of you Pisces may say, that's not true. I'm relaxed. I'm a relaxed Pisces. I'm okay with waiting. Some of you, I say no. But that could be your rising sign or your moon sign forging ahead, like pushing you. I don't know. But in this reading, it's coming up like you hate to wait. That's the energy I'm feeling. There's a lot of directiveness coming from you, and you're insisting on things being a certain way. So I feel like some of you Pisces are going to be very precise, possibly dictatorial, and dogmatic about, nope, it's got to go this way. Nope, can't go that way. No, it's got to get rewritten. I'm not doing it that way. It needs to go this way. So I see you being very, this could be any project you have, any business you do, anything you want to see move forward. Even could be like redecorating your home or building something. Like, nope, can't go that. Nope, I'm not doing it that way. It's got to go this way. And if you direct other people, if you manage or supervise or direct other people, you will be telling them, no, I'm not doing it that way. No, you can't do it that way. No, I want it to go this way. But I'm still going to tell you that maybe that energy is going to happen more for you in February. You could still be dictatorial and directive from a waiting phase. You could be doing that. You could be waiting and waiting and waiting and still telling people what to do, but you could be waiting for some other things to happen. So I don't know, Pisces. I hope this reading was of help to you, and hopefully February and March is going to see a lot of things like steamroll forward for you. I hope these messages made sense for you, and I want to thank all of the signs so much for watching, sharing, and liking my videos. Thank you for subscribing and for Google Plusing. I do truly appreciate it, and please be sure to subscribe. That way you'll get notified when I upload my videos to YouTube. And if you're interested in getting the psychic crystal reading that I recorded for each sign of the zodiac for the month of January 2018, you can access these videos for download and purchase by clicking on the link below this video in the Show More section, and it will take you to my Vimeo videos on demand page for January 2018 psychic crystal readings for each sign of the zodiac. You can also access these videos on my website, www.theluckymermaid.com. Click on the videos tab on my menu, and I believe it's going to be the first page. Now I'm changing my website over. I had to change it over because the system I use was upgrading their system and I was still on their old system. So I believe it will be on the first videos page. If not, go to page 12. There may be no page 12 on my new website, but I'm hoping it's launched by the time you are watching this video. So look for, on the first page of my website, the psychic crystal readings for January 2018. And if my website does not look different to you, then go to page 12. And there you will see the January psychic crystal readings there. You click on your sign, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. Also, if you're interested in getting a New Year's reading for the new year of the new year of 2018 plus January of 2018 in the same video, you can access those videos for download and purchase by clicking on the other link below this video in the Show More section, and it will take you to those expanded psychic tarot readings for the new year of 2018 plus January on my Vimeo videos on demand page. You can also access these videos on my website, and again, it's either going to be on page 1 or 12 I'm hoping the new website is up because I've been working on it for like 4 or 5 days. I'm still working on it, so I'm pretty sure the new one will be up when you hear this video. So go to the first page, and there you will see the expanded Psychic Tarot readings for the new year. You click on your sign, and it will take you to that video on Vimeo. I hope you have an absolutely fantastic month of January, and know that I wish you many blessings and peace.